Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Always good to see you. It's me, Angela, and today we are going to make a start on our Marvellous Mouse Traveler's Notebook Journal. So I hope that you are really excited about putting that one together. Right, so all the orders went off a couple of days ago, so unless it's a new order, so that should be on its way to you, and it should be there probably by the very latest the end of next week, fingers crossed. All right, of course, if you're local, that's the next day. Of course. Right, so I'm going to take you through what I've gathered so that you can make a start before we actually do a project, which will be next week. All right, so that's what I've got here, and I have been collecting a lot of goodies. Just getting comfy here to share with you. Right, so the first thing that you need, if you're following along with me, are your journal pages. So there are 10 of them. I'm going to really quickly, so pause this if you need to, show you what I have printed on the back. Now there are 10 pages that have the white bands on either side because it's a traveler's notebook. When this closes, it should be about 4¼ to 4½ inches in width. All right, so I will obviously trim off those bits, but don't throw them away because we have stuff printed on the back and we'll use those. Okay, so this is the first page. On the back of that, I have taken pages from the Journal Pages kit itself, and I also put out a Marvellous Mouse background pages kit in a digital and printed format. Just so that you know, if you bought a digital kit, there are 2 kits that I put out on offer, the background pages and the digital journal pages. That also has, included with that journal kit, you get the add-on kit and the ephemera kit as well. It's all in one, so it's a marvellous price there. It's loads of pages, so you've got 34 pages in that kit for a really great price, so go check it out. And then the background pages are separate. All right, they're 42 if you buy the printed kit, 2 of each, 42, and the digital kit you've got 21 designs, so really fantastic. Okay, I'll stop nattering. Here's the one page. On the back of this page with the picnic mice, I've put this page. This comes from the journal pages. I love it. All right, so that's the first one. Let me move this over a little bit. Then with the 2 girls in pink, we've got the one that's the same as the fabric. Okay, again from the journal kit. Then Old Bedfordshire Mills. I've got this one with the light green and the trail flowers there. Love that page, one of my faves. Then with the little house, I've got the pink version of that. Okay, then all of them in a little wheelbarrow. Look at their little faces. I've got this beautiful soft blue lace. This comes from the background pages. All right, and then with the family on the swing, I've got the yellow, so it's a new color I made. It's in that same kit. Okay, love that. It's also one of my faves. We'll get onto that. Right, with them all in their PJs ready for bed, we've got the pink daisy. Okay, and with Grandma reading to the little ones, we have got the blue. All right, then you've got your 2 reading pages. This one with the butterflies, looking for a point of difference, got the nice lilac. Beautiful. Oh, they both got butterflies. I thought that was being, these have got bigger butterflies. I've got the pink on the back of that one. Okay, so I will divide those up. I'm thinking 2 signatures for this. All right, so we'll have 5 in each signature. And that's what I'm going to use there. Now, I've put these here. These are background pages that I am going to include in with the journal kit. So if you've bought a printed kit from me, you would have had a set of these single-sided printed, which are those, and those we're going to craft with. You also would have had a separate set of all these pages and the journal pages, also single-sided. You would have had your journal pages already printed with this background on the back. Okay, and then with the printed background kit, I have whatever's on here is printed on the other side. All right, so that's what I've done there. So love that one, lilac, greens, etc. Okay, we will use some of these to go into here. Okay, so we will use that. So don't lose sight of those. So that's that. Right, and then that's everything as far as the journal pages are concerned. I might put in some of my cream lace background page that I always use, but I'm going to try and use what I have here. Okay, so there is that, because I tend to put it in everything. Right, so that's the journal page side of things. With that kit, as I said, you get an add-on kit and an ephemera kit. Okay, and I have already done my homework, so it's your job for this weekend. I've backed mine onto that lace paper, the cream lace I was telling you. I always do that, all right? And I have cut it out here. So this is the ephemera kit, all right? There's loads of it in there. And the add-on kit with the tags and the little envelopes and everything, the pockets, it's all in here. So I have cut mine all out, ready to go. I just love that postcard. Isn't it too cute? Right, so get that sorted. I've cut out 2 pages of the fussy cuts, which is part of the digital, and I've sent you along if a printed kit 2 sheets. I've cut mine all out. Look at that. I was a good girl. And all the circles, part of the add-on kit, it's all ready to go. I've also cut out my little labely bits, which are part of the ephemera kit. All right, that's all done. And the tabs. All right, if you're wondering where I get these from, I use these all the time. You can get these from 2 places. Both of them come from Amazon. One is where I bought them initially, is you can buy these little containers on Amazon. It's on my Amazon Tools kit. All right, I don't think you get the exact same thing other than in the UK, but there's something very similar that you can still get on Amazon. All right, plastic boxes they're called. Then I'm going to show you the ultimate bundle in a minute briefly, but we will be using that to decorate this. I have visions of lots of spring themed things here because it's a spring kit. I've given you a strip of these beautiful flowers, about that long. All right, I've just separated mine because I'll be using those separately. So I've cut those ready to go as well. All right, so there's the homework bit for you for the weekend. I enjoy doing that. I find it really relaxing. Okay, we've gone through the pages, so you've got everything there. As I say, you've got your set of background pages from the journal and the mice, Marvellous Mice background pages kit. And from the journal, we'll use those to craft, as well as the extra set of these. All right, for projects. Okay, so that's that. The other thing I have gathered, and I've brought one with me, is I'm going to use some doilies in here. All right, especially the ones like that match. All right, so the pinks, the creams, and there's blues. I had some blue ones as well. Come here, stretching across the table, you know. Get those, well, don't cut them out until we do the projects, but if you've got this digital already, it's a great one to use. Right, so that's all the paper side of kits and stuff. I then showed you this last video. This was the ultimate bundle where you got your lace, your ribbon, and I gave you a pack of these mini flowers, the medium flowers, and the adorable little butterflies. So that comes as part of your ultimate bundle. All right, and I also gave you the fabric piece that we're going to use to cover the journal. Look at that. Isn't it so pretty? Although I got it upside down, but you know what I mean. It's in half as well. All right, so this is the standard size I do for journal covers. So if you're wanting to do a bigger journal cover, you can do that. All right, so I still have some of these ultimate bundles in the shop. I have restocked it. So if you had missed out on that, you can still pick up one over there. All right, so I'm going to put that aside as well. As far as the cover goes, I thought we would do a soft cover for this one. Tend to do that for a traveler's notebook. So I have grabbed myself a manila folder here. All right, so that's what it is. You don't have to have a manila folder. You can use whatever you have, guys. So if you've got an old file folder, if you've got a cereal box, whatever it is, we're going to cover it in fabric and it's going to strengthen even more. Cereal box is quite good because it's just as nice and pliable like this is. Okay, so that's the first thing. If you could gather just one or two envelopes, so I've got these. We might end up trimming these or whatever, but just grab one or two of these. I've put that here. I've also grabbed paper bags. So you'll receive this paper bag with the fabric piece and the little flowers that look like this. I've put them inside here. I haven't stuck it down. I've just folded it over. So you will get one of those, but you'll also get two other bags with the ribbon and the lace. Give them a nice little iron if you want. If you can't get the label off there, what I tend to do is take some grease proof or some tea towel or whatever and just iron over that label, and it helps to release it. Okay, so we're going to use some of those. I've also gathered my templates, and I do this every time, but I know I'm going to use this one and probably some of these others. Okay, so if you have these as a digital, I also do it with a printed kit. Let me know if you don't have these and you're wanting these as a printed kit. All right, I can add it to one of your orders or something like that. Okay, so that's everything on that front. Then the other thing I thought we might use, which I haven't used for a while and I just fancied it, is let's use some of our embossing folders. So I've got two of my favorites here. They're both Anna Griffin and I had them for a long time. This one's called Poppy and this one's called Rosa, and they are lovely. This one's got like a trellis rose. I don't know if you can see it there. And this one has got, well, large poppies. And they're really pretty. But anything that's going to give you some kind of a floral texture is going to be amazing. All right, so if you have those, get them. If you don't have them, guys, it's not the end of the world. I promise you. All right. The next thing we want to grab are some stencils. And I've got firm favorites. I haven't bought any. This is just a rose one, which I like using. And I don't know where I got it from years ago. And this is also, it's like a pebble one. I just like this one. And again, I can't tell you where I got those. They were there long ago. Then two of my favorite, Tim Holtz, the flourishes, and this lovely one. These are on my Amazon tools, favorite tools lists, if you want to know the details. Right, I've just put together a couple of stamps. This is the one we used for Anne. And I'm going to use this again. I quite liked it, and it's nice and floral, and it's called Illustrated Garden. So I thought, if anything, this is the one I'm going to probably use. All right, so anything that you have is fine. I've got another one here which has got all sorts of bits and pieces, and this comes from a magazine. Well, different magazines that I bought decades ago. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this, but you know, you never know. It's all the bits and pieces I have that are floral. So that's what that is there. Please, guys, I do encourage you to go and look in your drawers, go and look in your stamp drawer, go and look in your stash for goodies that you can use. Right, now the exciting bit. I have got my inks out. Again, using mostly what we always use. If you follow me, I use pretty much the same things. I have got my three faves. So I've got Milled Lavender, which is a lovely lavender shade, nice and soft. I've got Speckled Ed Blue. I love this colour. It's my fave. Bundled Sage, which is, these are three firm favourites of mine. Then I wanted a yellow, and I had this one, so I haven't used it. It comes out much less brighter than what it looks. So we've got a bit of yellow there, so I'm going to try that one. This one's called Squeezed Lemonade. And then this one just arrived earlier while I was waiting to record. This is a pink one, and it's a little bit brighter than this, but I think I'm going to give it a go. Let's see if I put it on here. It's a bit brighter, but we'll see how we go. I might not like it. So those are the ones. If anything, I'll end up using, I'm just looking for it here, Victorian Velvet, which is the pink that I usually use. Spun Sugar is another one. So this one, Victorian Velvet, you can't go wrong with that. I've got Spun Sugar here, but I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about that. So Spun Sugar might work. All right, so just go and have a look what you have. All right, that's really the oxides that I'm going to use for the stencils and for the stamps, especially the stencils. I was just thinking now, I might actually include a page or two of tea stain paper, which I forgot to add here. We'll see in the next video where I organize the pages with you, and I'm hoping to do the cover as well, so let's see if we can do that. Okay, so that's everything on that front so far. We're doing really well. Now, if you bought a Marvellous Mouse flower bundle, then grab those flowers. I've packed mine in here. This is how I keep mine. All right, so this is not how it comes. This is how I keep them. So perfect. These containers are on Amazon, and they're perfect for my flowers. I can see the colors and everything that I need to do. All right, and here's the smaller ones as well. I will be putting more of those flower bundles in. I ran out of yellow, so I needed to wait for that order to arrive. So that should be here during the course of next week. The thing that I wanted to get you to have a look for around your place, I'm going to use these flower charms. All right, beautiful. This came from Amazon as well, from Panda Hall, and again it came in this container, which is very similar to the containers I use. So great for storing things. So beautiful pinks, different flowers. You've got all the lilacs, you've got the white, you've got all sorts of shades in here, yellows, everything. And I'm going to add a couple of these to that journal. So that's it. Go and look what charms you have. And again, please look at what you have. All right. So there's that. And then something I haven't shown you before, and we're going to try it with this one. I'm going to do a corded closure. All right. So we're not going to stitch it in. We're going to make our cover next week. And we are going to use corded elastic. And eyelets. So you'll need an eyelet maker, so your crocodile, and we're going to use this type of elastic. All right, so this one came from Amazon. It's like a rose pink, and it's 1.5 millimeters in thickness. You get a thicker one, but that's too firm. Right, so I think there was 5 meters on here, something like that. But we're going to use this. That means that we can slide our journal pages in, and we can remove them easily. And, you know, if you wanted to add more writing pages, it gives you a lot of flexibility, and also really great if you are not a fan of sewing in your signatures. All right, so let's go and do that. I've done this before, and it's really fantastic. Okay, so you need some elastic, and you don't need 5 meters, but I'm not sure how much we're going to use, but we don't pull it very tight when we put it in. All right, so let's just put that there for the moment. And then I've done some die cuts. So you don't need this many, guys. I store my colors in these containers. So I've just sorted them out and pulled out what I need. So after I've finished a project, whatever's left with my die cuts, because they do take a lot of time to make, I then divide them back into the colors. Right, so here are my lilacs and purples. They're in there. They're all floral, right? I've got the blues. I had those and then I cut extras. So we've got pinks. I've got different color pinks in here. I'll show you in a moment. One's a bit more peachy. Then I've got the lemon in there and the greens, different greens, but there we go. All right, so this is how I keep them. So when I'm looking for one, I just pull out the color. I've got a drawer just with these in, Christmas ones, different kits where I've used different colors. All right, so again, these containers come from Amazon. I've had them for years and I just keep using them over and over, which makes it really easy and I don't have to battle or waste anything. Okay, so on the colors that I have chosen to top up with today, I put a piece of them here because I'll get this question. Now, I'm not saying you must use these colors. I'm only sharing with you so that you know what I did use. And then you can please have a look for what you have. Okay. Now, I'm a fan of basil. I don't know if it's basil or basil, but basil it is. I've taken this lovely lilac color called wisteria. All right. Then this color here is called chiffon, one of my faves. I love this yellow. It took me a long time to find the right colors, but this is really it. Then this, I've got 3 different pinky shades here. This one is called quartz. This middle light one is called petal soft, also a firm favorite. And this one here is called romance. All right, so I've cut all of these, top them up, I should say. And then on the blue, it's a lovely soft baby blue, all right, and it's called powder blue, all right. And then I've got my Swiss dot here. I love this green, it's so beautiful. This one is called Irish Eyes. I love that. And then my firm favorite, one I had all the years, it's called Aloe Vera. All right, so those are the colors that I have grabbed and cut out of. It took me 2 hours to top those up, but I'm glad I didn't have much left over in most of them. Right, so you don't have to use die cuts either. You can use fussy cuts. You can use old book pages, those fussy cuts as well. Or the stamps, which I like to use these and often combine the two together. Oops, that one fell out. So there are different things that you can do. You don't have to use die cuts. All right, so there we go. Lots going on here. Right, guys, now there's just one other thing I wanted to share with you. You saw me take this piece of card out, and that was the little project that I made for the 100 days of junk journaling ideas for Rachel's collaboration, and I said to you I'd catch you up with it today. All right, so what I wanted to show you are the papers and how I put this together, and then you can follow along. Right, so this piece of paper on the outside here I used with this bit here, okay, and I measured that 9 1/4 inches long and 4 1/4 inches wide, and I did do it at the top left side there. Okay, so cut that out. On the back of this though, before you cut it out, I did print this lovely pink daisy on the back. All right, so that's that one. All right, now the rest is the same. You'll go and score and do whatever I suggest to you. I think it was 1.75 inches from the cut piece. All right, so that's the first piece, or the cover piece as I'm calling it, the bit on the outside. Then on the inside, I had this piece. All right, that's this piece here that you can see. So you can see the yellow on the inside there, and on the outside, you've got that peachy color. Okay, so that's what I did there. And then you can go and follow along. Again, it's the length of your page and 6 1/8 of an inch. 6 1/8 of an inch is 15.5 centimeters, 15. Okay, and you can then go and follow along. You can see now that I cut out the cover piece strip over here. I've added those little pretty labels from the ephemera. I've put in a couple of bits there, so we got those two. I love those. I love the characters. All right, and then I've got these two. Put that cream on the back as I always do. It gives it nice rigidity. And then Auntie visiting her sister. I just made that up. All right, so that's what goes inside there. All right, so those close. Over here we've got that lovely label with a die cut and a butterfly. And on this side we've got the bit that comes out there and another die cut and a little label. All right, it goes like this actually. Then you just close it up. And we're going to attach it to our journal. And then the decoration is the same as what you see me do on that video. And then I've just put that little 3 mice in their PJs in the front there. Okay, so that's the only difference. But the method of making it is exactly the same. I think I need to hang on to that. And as I said, these are the 2 pieces that you need. Alright guys, that's our little video for today. I think I've covered just about everything. I hope you're excited. When I see you on Tuesday, I'm going to show you how to make the cover. That's my plan. We're going to finish the cover off completely and have it ready with our elastic. So go onto Amazon if you don't have any elastic, or if you've got a sewing shop near you, then a needlework shop, that might be a great place too. The lovely rose pink color comes from Amazon, as I said, and I will try my best to link that in the favorite tools. Okay, have a wonderful weekend. I sure am. I've got jobs this weekend, and Abby's listening. She's getting a trim because that winter fur needs to come off and the garden needs to be mowed. Those are the 2 jobs I need to do beside everything else. Those are extras, and let's hope I've got the energy to do them both. Paige is coming over to help me with Abby because she likes to bite us. She doesn't like being trimmed. We have to bribe her with biltong or beef jerky, as you would know it. Yes, that's what has to happen. And sometimes when she's naughty, we have to put the cone on her head. Yes, I don't hurt her because I personally cut her. I can't take her to a groomer. She will not have it. So I have to do it. But yeah, she's been like that her whole life. Gotta love them, don't you? Anyway, enough of me. Go and have a lovely relaxing weekend. And I'll see you on Tuesday or Wednesday, depending where you live, with our next little project. Stay well, guys. Bye-bye.